There's no way to destroy it anyway. Let's start the session. We had 5 minutes to study it now. Where is this timer? Clock. I already have my Linux calendar. I can tell the Wi-Fi is shit as fuck. I don't know timer right now. Clock. I'm gonna start at the wall for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Study. I'm just gonna find. No, another question. Okay. Okay, let's start study. I'm doing my coffee. Higher up, something a little bit higher. What do I look like kind of like a female? This like a midterm. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, this the material. This material. I've illustrated this. Um, okay. Future margins. Um, the future market margin is a promise guaranteed. It is money deposited by both long and short. Performance guarantee is money deposited by both the long and short. Okay. Each future exchange has a clearinghouse. This is only some future. It is forward contract. No, it is a future contract. That's it. Not this one. Okay. Each future exchange has a clearinghouse. To safeguard the clearinghouse, the exchange requires trade to post margin and settle the account on a daily basis, and we call it market to market. Market to market. Before trading, the trader must deposit funds with their broker. Initial and maintenance margin in the future um, um, are set by the clearinghouse. Margin in future accounts is typically much lower as a percentage of the value of the asset covered by the future contract. This means that the leverage is much higher for future accounts. Okay. Initial margin is the money that must be deposited. Initial margin, if it maintains margin, the amount of margin that must be maintained in the future account. Okay, contract price limit. Many future contracts have price limit, which are exchange imposed limits, and how much the contract price can change from the previous day's running price. E.g., future contract that has daily price limits of 2 cents and settled the previous day at 0.4. If the following trading day the trader wished to trade at 0107 because of change in the market condition or expectation, no trade will take place. The settlement will be reported as a zero. Okay, Future contract that has a daily price limit of 2 cents and settled change in the market condition or expectation not ready to place. The settlement price will be recorded as zero. Future contracts my brain is fucked. Future contract that has a daily price limit of 2 cents and settled the previous day at 104. So the previous day is 104 and the price limit is 2 cents. 2 cents. If the following trading day trader wished to trade at 107, okay. Why do price limit exist? Economy. Okay. Why does the price limit exist in futures? In the fast-moving world of future, price limit acts as a circuit breaker or a safety valve to prevent the market from spinning out of control during a period of extreme volatility. Price limits are exchange-imposed restriction on how much contract price can change from year. So it's like okay. A bit. Uh, uh, on slide 40 of the material, you mentioned that if the limit is hit, block limit, you may have a misleading program. Slide 14. Yeah, you can If trade cannot take place because of a limit move or either up or down, the price is said to be lock limit. No trades can take place and trade are locked in the existing position. Okay. Okay. Forward versus future. Key difficulties are following. What the hell is this? Huh? What is a forward again? Oh, forward versus future contract, right? It's some, yeah, forward versus future. Oh, yeah, okay. Um, forward versus future. Key difference are as follows: customers with a solid contract, credit over the counter, yeah, organized exchange, inability, the ability to market. This definition of mark to market summary. Mark to market. There's like okay. I'm still confused. What is mark to never mentioned? Um, what is mark to market? Mark to market is a process of adjusting the value of financial position to reflect its current market price. The daily settlement gain or loss in the future. The clearing house as a middleman for this process to ensure the market remains stable. So the definition, cash transfer, if the price moves in your favor, the gain deposited into your margin account as cash. Reset, yeah. Originating counterparty with clearinghouse as a counterparty as all so you directly, no, there are no middlemen, unregulated market, regulated future market. Okay. Forwards and future, they are similar in that both are can be either deliverable or cash settled contract. Have contract price set, so each party side of the contract has a full ever value of zero at the addition. Have contract price set, so each party of the contract has value of zero at the initial contract. Um, what does it mean to be deliverable? The the context of derivative contract, deliverable contract, often called physical delivery, mean that when the contract expires, the actual underlying asset is physically exchanged between two parties. If it's short sell along this buyer. So if it's short, you sell the asset or securities to the buyer receives the asset or securities. Okay. Advantage on risk of derivative. Advantage of derivative markets allow risk to be managed and shift among market participants. Provide price information such as stock future price volatility. Allow risk to be managed and shifted among the market participants. Allow the risk to what? I don't know. Operational advantage: ease of short selling, lower transaction costs, greater leverage, and greater liquidity. Provide price information such as stock, future, and price. Yeah, makes sense. It's um, in slide 16, it mentioned how does this is going faster. Risk is redistributed. Sorry, yeah, okay. The primary function of this material is allow waste to be managed and shifted from those who want to. Oh, scheiße, yeah. But yeah, if I'm an Apple owner and I don't want my Apple value to go down in the future, so that's why I do a forward contract. Okay. Okay. Yeah, high leverage means margin risk. Basis risk that rise where perfect hedging is not possible. Liquidity risk due to margin call. Margin call. Margin call. What is a margin call? Forget. Margin call is a broker demanding for an investor. Oh, fuck. Yeah, yeah. Margin call. Counterparty credit risk, yeah. Credit risk, the credit risk due to margin call. Margin call, it's what is it? Margin call? What? Wait. Again. A margin call is a broker demand for an investor to deposit additional cash or securities into a margin account because the account has a balance below the required minimum. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. No, initial. Systematic risk from excessive speculations in the beginning. Okay. So that is like the advantage, what is the derivative, what it's used for, and so on. So arbitrage application and the cost of carry in pricing derivative. The valuation of derivative security is based on no arbitrage condition. So in a highly efficient market, okay. Arbitrage is a process through which an investor can buy an asset or combination of assets at one price and concurrently sells an asset or combination of assets that has the same future payoff regardless of future event. A higher price thereby earning profit either without investing any money or being exposed to any risk. Concurrently sells an asset or the combined action of many investor energy and arbitrage result in a rapid adjustment that eliminate these opportunities mispricing asset, thereby by bringing price back in line and making the market more efficient. Two arbitrage arguments. Law of one price. Two securities that have identical cash flow in the future, regardless of future event, should have the same price. If the pricing occurred between those two securities, we use short the more expensive one and currently the cheaper one to capture a riskless profit. Arbitrage that require an investment and yield arbitrage that require an investment and yield a higher return than risk-free rate. If a portfolio will have a certain payoff in the future, there is no risk in investing in that portfolio. In order to prevent profitable arbitrage, the return on portfolio must be risk. Okay. ABC is a tax sharing. Oh, wait, I'm making sure. Um, in slide 20, it define the definition of arbitrage. My understanding of it of arbitrage are a mispricing that investors can use to get profit. Is my understanding of arbitrage good enough? I feel like it's good enough to understand. Uh, Your definition a bit too broad in casual conversation. Others indeed profiting from mispricing. The formal definition adds three specific pillars that regular profitable trades into true arbitrage. Particular zero risk. Zero net investment. You should be able to earn this profit without investing any of your own money fund. Usually this involves borrowing money at a risk-free rate to buy the cheaper asset class minus percent. You must buy and sell the asset currently at the same time if you want today and now. You start to lose a critical concept called law of one price. Instead that if two different assets produce the exact same future cash flow, they must have the same price here. If the price are different, the arbitrage will short the expense. Why this matter for derivatives? The valuation of derivative securities is based on no arbitrage condition. This means that when we calculate the fair price of a forward or an option, we assume the markets are efficient because arbitrage act rapidly to eliminate mispricing. The only way to get a return higher than the risk limit is by taking on risk. Okay, that's a good one. No arbitrage pricing. An ABC is a type shares that pays no dividend. Currently trading at $100. Risk reward is 5%. Time horizon is 1 year. Time horizon is 1 year. So strategy one, to get exposure of an ABC, we can directly buy ABC share at $100 and hold it for 1 year and get the strike price. That's what it's called. Strategy two, if a forward contract for this share exists, we can also get exposure by taking a long. So we buy position on a forward. Okay. So F0, one long zero coupon. So we basically forward. Uh, we have we we forward the ABC share, but the cash we invest on a risk free, right? So as long as zero coupon bond that pays at the time total cost for the long zero coupon bond, the forward contract costs nothing at initiation. The payoff at T payoff the strike price minus the minimum. What is up? Payoff from the bond. As a spot price with the same payoff, there's no arbitrage. What? What? Wait. Um, can you give me a more clear definition of the variable? Slide. On slide 21, the variable represents the building node. Okay. So this is the current spot price. The market price of the underlying asset right now in the example is 100. The risk-free rate, time to maturity, the forward price, and this is the future spot price. The general formula. So the current forward price is equals to the asset of the securities of spot price times 1 plus risk-free rate T. Why the variable connect this way? Buy the stock today at $100. You should enter a forward contract and buy a bond that will pay you exactly that forward price in 1 year. Forward price. So spot. Okay. Price is the same. The payoff at time T, payoff from forward is the payoff from the bond, yeah, where F01 is equals okay. I don't get it. When the forward price is high, we can arbitrage by selling the forward and buy the share. Um, because the forward price is equals to the strike price. Because this is if we assume this is if we assume the there is no arbitrage which in general did not exist. This arbitration can arbitrage and reverse special. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Low on one price. If the market price of forward contract has a match its theoretical value, a riskless profit opportunity exists. Oh shit. It's break time. Fuck, I wanna read it. Yeah, okay. Break time maybe. We cannot study. Not I'm gonna study with there you go. So yeah, we have two follow. The other one is follow. Okay. Yeah. The fuck is Maybe it's the big thing. It could also be my second name. Oh yeah, it's definitely my second name. Okay. I forgot to put. Dude, look at my hair, dude. It's so fucking long. I need to go to the gym now, too. Or I should just go to the gym. Ah, fuck, I think I got spelling there. Okay, should be enough. Let's continue studying. Okay. These strategies known as cash and carry arbitrage and reverse cash carry. Forward price is too high. For example, if the dealer is offering a forward price at $110, is overpriced compared to the fair value of 105. You can capture the riskless profit by selling high, the forward and buying low. So at time zero, borrow $100 at 5% risk-free rate, buy one share of stock for $100. Okay. Sell short a forward contract at the market price. Oke, taruh gue bingung. Misalkan gue punya uh, so a forward price, misalkan kita punya F0-nya, ya kan, sama dengan 110 dolar. What, misalkan forwardnya, a forward price is overpriced by value, so we borrow 100. So this is architectural money. Okay. So forward contract maksudnya apa? Okay. Like, stuff from contract action again. Why don't I get this? Oh, okay, long forward. Okay. So long we buy an asset. Not we buy. Okay, so forward. Forward bukan futures. So, okay. So forward there's the agreement that we buy and sell the asset. Like karena gua ngelow, so I buy the gua ngelow forward ya. Ya kan? Bukan, Lak. Misalkan one of shareholder of the tech company, a forward price of 103. Okay, forward price 102. The fixed price you are committed to pay in the future. Expiration, the initial value. The contract itself costs nothing to enter at time zero. You roll as long. By taking the long position, you become a party that agrees to take delivery on physical financial asset. Jadi saat maturity date, gua ngebeli asetnya, ya kan? By taking long position, you become the party that agrees to take delivery on physical or financial asset. Because the market was offering the contract at 102, which was lower than no arbitrage fair price of 105, you effectively lock in a cheap purchase price for the future. This commitment allowed you to completely the arbitrage buy. Sorry, short, the actual stock today is 100 in cash. I mean, the cash at 5% risk rate to have, okay, yeah. So risk rate is 105. Confirm profit, right? Exercise you bought the forward to buy the flat at 102, keeping the trade difference. I'm so fucking confused. Okay. Let's say the so example, if a dealer is operating at 102 apa datang cepat banget ngentot. Okay, so we borrow at $100 at the 5% risk free rate. Karena ini overpriced, so we pick a short one, right? At the market price as well. So, I mean, we're gonna sell it, like we are the one that's selling the forward contract. Sorry, we short the forward contract. Um, wait, we bought. Why? How just so? Sorry. Okay, if the price is too high, we borrow money. You take a loan from a bank or a lender at the 5% rate. Buy them share, you immediately use that borrowed cash to buy the actual stock. You hold the stock while waiting for the expensive forward contract to pay you out. You aren't earning interest, you are paying interest. How do you make profit from the so the thing that you have to do is um, misalkan ada suatu saham uh, in the future it's gonna be $105. So in one example S1 is gonna be $105. Tapi sekarang harganya adalah $100. It's gonna go down, right? But misalkan gua forward, this is forward, tapi gua long forward, kan? Right? What that means is I'm gonna buy at the end. So the way to get profit is the forward contract. Actually, forward price, not forward price. Forward price at zero is gonna be forward price-nya karena kan gue beli di ya saat time setahun berarti harus lebih dari 100. Oke, jadi itu saja soal hal profit. Tapi kalau gue forward short berarti forward price gue harus lebih dari 100 ya kan, karena kalau misalkan gua nge-sell if S1 is equals oke, misalkan gue punya S0 ya kan, I fucked up so harga sahamnya naik jadi dari 100 ke 109 ya kan. So misalkan gue beli forward di harga 0, forward buat buy, that means I have to buy one share of a stock in time sama 0 ya kan. Okay, if you're long the buyer as a fuck as long you have committed to buying the asset for F0, you make a profit if the market price at expiration is higher than the price you are forced to pay. So payoff is equal to S1 kurang F0. So to be precise, F0 harus lebih kecil daripada S1. True, bener banget ya. Result unit forward price is not F1 is if you are short the seller. As the short, you have to commit selling in the asset of 0, so you have to use it. Yeah. Okay. So the no arbitrage perspective. Well, the above shows how market trading typically lecture material and price on no arbitrage forward price. Right? If the risk-free rate is 5%, so if the market F0 is 105, the expression your profit is 0. This makes sense because you earn exactly the same amount as you just put your money in a risk-free account. Okay, now let's look at the strategy. What if somewhere what is it? Somewhere. So if forward price is too high, like 101, this is one is sell. Yeah, so like the way to get money is selling, right? And it's overpriced because the fair value of 105. How do you get 105 again? Um, oh, the risk rate is 5%. Yeah, 5%. So that makes sense because the fair value is equals to stock price of 1 plus the risk rate, which is, and then t is equals 1, so s0 is the fair value, so 1 plus 1. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. That is so much. Okay. If there is no cost of benefit from holding underlying asset, the forward price of the asset, right? So there is forward price and there is value. Okay. If there is no cost or benefit from holding underlying asset, the forward price of an asset there is not actual cost as well, so in this right, the value is 0. Um, the value of a forward contract is 0 at initiation. During its life at time t, the value of a forward contract is ft at maturity day t, so use the stock price minus f0, 1 plus. Okay, why is the formula like this? Okay, okay, I get it. Okay, that makes sense. Wait. Okay. Yes. If holding an asset has a cost and benefit, there are the amount is probably this is the value of a contract, the value and price of the definition of a contract, monetary and non-monetary benefits of cost and holding an asset. If holding an asset has a cost and benefit, the now arbitrage for the price is if holding an asset has a cost and benefit, uh, present value costs minus present value benefit. What? further explain. In slide 24, I think we mentioned. Uh, would you like me to show you dividend and storage cost? Or storage cost expression cost method. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Would you like to show me your dividend or storage cost? Yeah. Give me one example. Give me one examples. Okay, based on slide 24 of your lecture material, if an underlying asset provides benefit like dividend or carries costs like storage, the fair forward must be adjusted to prevent arbitrage. The dividend example. Imagine the same stock. A person, another stock will pay a $2 dividend right before the end of the year. If you buy the actual stock, then you get keep the 2% dividend, the $2 dividend. However, if you buy the forward contract, you do not receive the dividend because you do not own the stock yet. To make the forward contract fair, the seller must discount the forward contract by the value. Because dividend is a benefit. If you buy the stock, then it goes to the benefit, right? Why is it divided by the? Oh, because is it because of the present value or present value by the risk-free rate? Approximately. Compensation with the cost, not dividend, not dividend. What about storage cost? I'm guessing it's like if you hold a derivative for quite some time, then there will be a cost statement. If an asset were physically commodity like gold instead of stock, you would have to pay a storage cost. Oh, true. Okay. So teach you to cover the expenses. Makes sense. Okay. Makes sense. So I'm guessing let me just add that to the storage cost and convenient yield. If the owner of the commodity needs the commodity for the business, holding physical inventory of the commodity creates value. Holding an excess amount of commodity for a non-monetary return is presumed to be holding an excess amount of commodity for a non-monetary return is referred to as convenience yield. A convenience yield cannot be earned by the average investor who does not have a business reason for holding the commodity. The forward price must include the storage costs for the convenience. The fuck is this shit? Is continuous compound storage costs, continuous compound convenience yield. Can you give me example of forward price? Yeah, forward price with convenience yields. Convenience. Is a unique factor that only applies to physical commodity like oil, well, wheat, or copper. It represents the non-monetary benefit. Actually, the non-monetary benefit. If you're a manufacturer having physical copper on hand, means you don't have to stop production if there is a supply shortage. This piece of land has a value, and in fact, the forward price. To find the fair price of a commodity, we combine the interest rate and the commodity again. Example, imagine you are looking at a forward contract of a 10,000 barrel of crude oil. So the current spot price is $70 per barrel. The risk rate is 5%. The storage cost is 1.5 per barrel. I think you have to adjust to this one as well. So, and the convenience yield because of a cold winter forecast. The benefit of having oil on hand is pretty. Okay. So present value, it's the first one is cost. The cost is yeah 1.5 That is per barrel, dollar per barrel yield because of cold winter. Hey, why the fuck do you not have that? Who wins the yield? If you buy the forward contract, you don't have to pay 1.5 storage. The seller does. That's that for you. The seller change you. You also don't get the 2.5. The seller keep the oil in the tank. What backwardization? What is contango and backwardization? Uh, it's got the shape of forward curve with the price and the contract and its time to maturity. Oh, so it's like a yield curve for it. The contango, the normal state, the contango curve when the future price is higher than the current price. Okay. Already? Okay. Let's take a break. Ah, God, it's so fucking confusing. Ah, that's my head. Yeah, it just, I'm just black. I don't know. I can't speak Japanese. Look at this stuff. I don't know why you have some. Look at this. Oh, there used to be like this black fur thing. Not black fur, black leather in the headset. That's all gone now. Uh, how is his headset, man? That means forever. No, it's only like a couple of years left for you. It's not this shit. Uh, Penayang. What is Penayang, bro? Indonesia English, please. Good song. Okay, okay. Next, let's read the PowerPoint. Okay. You are currently saying. Okay. Okay, let's continue to the next slide. Pricing and valuation of FRA. Forward rate agreement is a derivative contract that has a future interest rate as underlying. Rather than an asset, the point of entering FRA to lock in or hedge risk. Okay, and I'm pretty sure FRA is like there's a period, there's a time period. Yeah, no, that's a swap. That's different. Um, The point of entering an FRA is to lock in or hedge the risk's certain rate for borrowing or lending at some future date. One party will pay the other party difference based on the notion or contract value between the interest rate in the FRA and market rate at settlement. The determination of the interest rate in FRA is derived from the spot rate and prevail in the market. The determination of the interest rate in FRA is derived from the spot rate that prevail in the market. This is called the implied forward rate. Forward rates are interest rates that spans future periods. It is possible to compute forward rate implied by the spot curve. So I'm guessing forward rate is the future interest rate, right? That span future periods. I don't know that. Example, buy 2-year strip yielding 2.5% by 160.15 at 1 year forward rate. Okay. We can have two options providing the same result. So forward rates 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. 0, 1, 2. 1, 2 years, so 2.5. 0, 2, 1. 0, 1.5. 0 to 1. What? Okay. Can you elaborate more on sleep? Clarifying vibration concept. Um, it's this one. Yep. It's the formula, right? Yeah. That's what I was thinking as well. I kind of got it now. How much is my contract worth right now? This is the critical transition forward pricing and forward valuation. While they sound similar, they are a fundamentally different concept that means not confuse. This slide establishes the conceptual difference between price and value. The forward price, this is the strike price or exercise price written in the contract. It is fixed and it is a fixed number that never changes during the life of the contract. It is set to initiate so that the value is exactly zero. Okay. So value, this is the market worth of your position. As the spot price of the underlying asset as you move up or down, your contract becomes more or less valuable. This value fluctuates every second until it expires. So at initiation, the value is zero, definitely, and the lifetime is between positive. Is like plus minus. Okay, this contract here. Calculating the value duration. The fuck. Yeah. I think I have to mention that comes later. But what is the stock? What is the stock worth today minus the percentage of valuation of the housing using the previous scenario where you enter a contract. So we have F0 as equals, this is the fair value or the no, price. This is the forward price for 1 year. Scenario 6 months has passed. So this is what happened when t is equals 0.5. And the stock price jump S0 is $100 and stock was 0.5 is equals $110. Okay. Right. And the logic, if you have the right to buy for 105 something shit. If you have the right to buy for 105 something that's worth 110, however, you don't have to pay 105. So we discount the forward price. I know that the strike price, so yeah, okay, so 102, calculate the value. So the value, right, the value, blah, 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 blah. So the value of 0.5 is plus 7.53. Conclusion, your forward contract is currently worth 7.5.3. If you want to sell the position to someone else right now, that is the price that you should pay you. That is the 7.53, what does it mean? Someone else want to buy my forward contract? That um they pay and 105 plus. What the fuck? Oh yeah, it's the former price right now. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, Um, I already given the PowerPoint. Sure, it's some. The forward rates. It's the spot rate. I need to read the definition. FRA is the derivative contract that has a future interest rate as the underlying asset. The specified price line is explaining no arbitrage relationship between spot and forward rate. It shows that you can create the exact same financial outcome in two different ways, which means they must have the same price. Zero. Zero coupon value. Instead, they are comparing two rates the same goal, investing money for a total of 2 years. You buy 2 years straight as a bond, yeah, S2 version, right? S3, which yield 2.15%, and you can buy apa sih one year that's no, S1 is equals to so yeah the first one 1.5% and 1 year uh after 1 year for 1 year you roll your money 1 year forward. How do you read one F1? Yeah, I want F1. Um, okay, okay. To compute the implied 1 year rate, we're do some quant. F1 what? I don't know why the fuck does it backward nowadays. 1 year rate in 1 year. 1 year forward rate in 1 year. 1 year from now for 1 year. 2 years from now for 1 year. And it's the spot rate for any year. Answer. What the fuck is this? If Z1 is Z1 is 1.5%, Z2 is 2.15%, Z3 is 2.5%. Um, okay. Oh yeah, so one F1. Okay, so I don't know, my God, is that S? Okay, so how do you calculate one F1 equals this is equals 1 plus S2 squared equals 1 plus S1 times 1 plus 1 F1. 1 plus S2 is 1.215 divided by S1 is 5 squared over there 1 plus 1 really? Oh wait, so apa sih? Oh, 2F1. Yeah. 2F1. There is two ways I'm pretty sure. So 1 plus S3, which is 3, right? Yeah. And then 1 plus S2 squared, 1 plus 2 years from now, and for 1 year. So it's equals 1 year. So because for 1 year. Right? And so it's like 1.353 squared 1 S2 is 0.315 squared 1 plus 1. Okay, something like that. But I still can do. Forward rate agreement. Consider a 1 year project that will start 1 year from now in which you need 1 million financing. The IRR for the project is 3%. Consider a 1 year project that will start 1 year from now, which need 1 million financing. Okay. The IRR for the project is 3%. From previous slide, we can calculate 1 year forward rate, and the 1 year forward rate is 2.18. So the project is visible, so we can lock this financing at this long position in FRA at 2.8, which with notional principal 1% will receive a payment that will offset initiation with the value of FRA 0 for both long and short position. As element which following from now everyone. Okay, I need the math there. I don't understand it. Like I can't just read. Why is it minus? The value of FRA. Okay, the so I think I remember this from us. It's really long. I'm gonna write it myself. I don't know. Okay, I get it. So, saving. Okay, let's say you are long. Long, that means I borrow money. Um, yeah, long. I am borrowing money from someone, or like a bank, like a company, borrow a bank after FRA. Okay. Breaking down the components. Okay, okay. So I borrow money from someone with an FRA with 2x5. I'm using 2 months and for like after 2 months for 5 months. Okay. Right. Duration 3 months from month 2 to month 5. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Which is basically 3 months. Right? Market reality at month 2, interest rate have jumped from I lock it for 4% for that 2 month, right? You save 1% on 1 million loan for 90 days. Since you get this $2 so save, you save 1% on 1 million for 90 days. Since you get this 2.5 enggak $2.500 at the start of the 90-day period, we discounted by 5% of the market rate. What the fuck is a discount factor rate? This is what the fuck? The seller of the Amazon Wait. You can now go to the market and borrow 1 million at the current $5 rate, and this cash value will effectively subsidize your loan, so your net cost for set. So like you save immediate cash element for that loan part you receive from the short part. The cash value of your interest saving intended to be actually since you lock in rate of 4%, but the market rate jumped to 5%, you're effectively winning by 1% on a 1 million loan. Total extra interest you would have to pay it over. Instead of waiting until the end of the loan to save the money, the FRA pays it to you upfront. Why is it not exempt? Okay. I'm guessing it's, yeah, makes sense. 90, okay, makes sense. Yeah. The interest of the numbers, because you are getting money 3 months early at the short party discount the payment date. If I give you $2.469, now you invested at the current. This is where it makes sense. What what happened when you actually go to the bank to get your loan? So the market loan, you borrow 1 million at the current 5% market rate. The interest bill at the end of the 90 days, the bank will charge you 12.5 interest 5% interest. The FRA help you already have. A bank can create the same payment structure with two labor loans. But alternatively, a bank can create the same payment structure with two labor loans, like a synthetic the a bank can borrow money for 120 days and lend that amount for 20 years. Let's take a break. I need a long break. Two more minutes, holy shit. Yeah, I'm taking my time, bro. My brain is fucked right now. Thinking about this shit. That's out. Puta madre. Ah. Ah. Ya, fucking listening. Oh my god. This fucking nasi goreng is shit. I mixed it. Kenapa gua pilek anjing? Okay, lock in. We will be back to the material. We are 32 out of 63, so we're halfway done. We are on the switchable forward rate agreement of FRA. Okay, one more timer. Timer is on. Let's go. What? Okay. What about synthetic FRA? No, what is the difference between that and normal FRA? Okay, let's read it carefully. I'm gonna use this. Just to help me focus a little bit. Is there so many fucking material with this? There are, so okay. Sorry, definition anyway. Alternatively, a bank can create the same payment structure with two LIBOR loans. What the fuck is a LIBOR loan? I've never heard of it. Okay. LIBOR loans. LIBOR loan, London Interbank Offered loans are a financial product such as mortgages, student loans, and commercial syndicate loans that use LIBOR benchmark interest rate to calculate interest rate. LIBOR represents the average rate at which a major bank in London borrowed one from another for short-term unsecured funds. Okay. Okay. Synthetic FRA is a way to replicate payoff interest rate exposure of a forward rate agreement using a combination of other financial instruments, usually spot market loans or bonds. Rather than entering into a single derivative contract in your CFA studies, synthetic almost always mean DIY replication. If you cannot find a dealer to sell a specific FRA, you can build one yourself using what the fuck? To create a synthetic long FRA where you log a future borrowing rate, you use borrowing. Can you just fucking do it for like another? Probably not. To create synthetic long FRA, you log future rate, you use borrow long lend short strategy. Borrow money today for 120 days. Immediately lend the same money out for 30 days. The wait period. The first 30 days, your borrowing lending cancel each other out. After 30 days, your lend comes back to you, but you still owe the money for 90 days. Wait. Borrow money for 120 days, lend the same out 30 days. For the 30 days, your borrowing and lending cancel out each other. Oh wait, the same amount of money. Yeah, okay. So you basically for 120 days you borrow money, but for 30 days you lend money. Very interesting way. Okay. It is kind of yeah. It makes sense now. Why it's called FRA synthetic, and I think banks can do this, but I don't know about like institution. What about like a company? Can a company do this like the fucking normal? Yeah. So normal FRA is a single OTC derivative contract over the counter because it is a forward contract, not a future. A portfolio of two or more spots market transactions. Cash flow only the net difference in interest is exchanged, involved in actual exchange of principal, borrowing and lending. A simple one agreement with one counterparty, more complex requires managing two different loans or bonds. Used for arbitrage when a specific FI is unavailable in the market. What the role is why? Mm, okay, 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 okay. Oh, okay. From slide 1 to slide 32, that is the first of three part of the derivative material given to me. Then create 10 CFL level 1 question. And I need to copy the entire prompt. There's someone on Discord. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Okay. Let's see. Several ideas. Okay, let's go. This is a quiz for myself. Ah. This is a great milestone to hit. Ugh, this is so confusing. There's so many materials in my head right now. Okay. Okay. An algorithmic trading system detects a pricing discrepancy between a spot asset and its forward contract. To execute a true arbitrage strategy as defined by the law of one price, the algorithm program trade must ensure which of the following conditions. Okay. So spot asset and its forward contract. Spot asset. This strategy utilizes margin to this strategy requires zero net investment and of capital at initiation. So that's 20 right there. Okay. The strategy sequentially executed by an order cell. No, it's 1B. Okay. A quantitative analysis is building a risk model for client who need a hedge, who needs to hedge a customized non-standard quantity of an arbitrage asset. The client is highly risk-averse regarding counterparty default, which characteristic makes a future contract potentially more suitable for this client to a forward contract. I'm so confused. He's making okay, this is actually mine. Quantitative analysis is building a risk model who needs to hedge a customized non-standard quantity of an agriculture like corn or something. Right? The client is highly risk-averse regarding counterparty default, which characteristic makes a future contract potentially more suitable for these clients than a forward contract, despite the mismatched quantity. Future contracts employ daily mark-to-market settlements which prevent accumulation of large unrealized losses. Requires physical delivery, ensure the clients will receive the exact amount need. Future contracts have zero initial value, meaning the client pays nothing upfront to enter the hedge. I think A makes more sense than C. B is definitely wrong. B is more a forward contract than a future contract, so I'm gonna go A. A non-dividend paying industrial stock is currently trading in the spot rate of $45. The annual risk-free rate is 4%, is uh, assuming no transaction costs. What is the theoretical no arbitrage forward price? It's very easy. Let's go to math way algebra. It is for how long? In 6 months. Okay. Okay. So please hold. Okay. So $45. 104 because it's 4% risk-free rate. 0.5. It is 445.89. An automated screen flags that 1-year forward contracts on a regional equity index is trading at 1250. The system calculates the theoretical fair value, this contract to be 1200. To capture the riskless arbitrage profit, the optimal action is to, because the actual and the fair value, because the fair value is lower, that means we long, right? We long this trade. Buy the forward contract, short the underlying index, and lend the cash proceeded at the risk-free rate. Okay, sell the forward contract. Sell the forward. That is definitely right. Like sell the forward contract, borrow cash at the risk-free rate. I think it's A is more correct. I'm pretty sure by the forward contract because I'm gonna go A for A. Yeah. 5. An analyst entered into a long forward contract on a I cannot speak English right now. On a precious metal 3 months ago at a lock-in price at $8. The contract will expire exactly 9 months. Currently, the spot rate of the value is 85, and the annual risk-free rate is 3%. The current value of this long position is closest to to wait a second. VT is equals the stock price right now, no, the spot price right now equals the what you bought, and then 1 plus the risk-free rate. What's the T minus small t? So the current spot, yeah, the current spot is $85. You bought it at 80 divided by 1.04 in 9 months. 9 months. So it's tiga per no 9 months. 9 divided by 12. Okay, let's just do math. Way algebra. So 85 minus 80 divided by 104 times 9 divided by 12. 7.31. There is no answer here. I don't know why. There's no answer. Oh, it's 3%. It's not 4%. No, it's 6.75. So it's C. No, 5 is C. When establishing the pricing model of a physical commodity for physical commodity forward contract, how do present value physical storage costs? So, okay, storage costs increase forward price. Um, Wait, cost is positive. Yeah, so cost, what can we increase it? So, 6A, 7. Um, a severe unexpected drought has caused an immediate spike. The convenience yield for holding physical soybean has spiked significantly. Wait, because the yield is higher, that means it is backwardization. So 70. A corporate treasurer is using linear programming to optimize the firm debt structure. The model suggests hedging the interest rate risk of a 6-month floating rate loan. 6-month floating rate loan. There is a company plan to initiate executive firm of solar for X6. Yeah, for X6. Yeah. Number 8, number 9. You are evaluating the cash flow generating of 6-month loan for 1 year with a notional principal of 5 million. The lock-in FRA is 3.5 at settlement date and had 80 days reference rate of 4.5. Okay, I don't remember exactly the entire formula. It is the reference rate. I'm just going to RR minus the FRA rate FRA times the principal times the days. So it's 180 days divided by 360 and 1 plus, I think it's the FRA. No, I think it's the reference rate. Pretty sure it's the reference rate. So reference rate and then on 80 by 360. Okay. The RR is 4.5, I'm pretty sure. The RR, the reference rate is 4.5. I need to 4.5, and then the lock-in FRA is 3.5. For 5 mil, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, and then for 180 times 180 divided by 360, just so it's clearer, 1 plus 4.5 times 180 divided by the 60. Okay, let's do that. It's 769. 769. I am math wrong. Oh fuck, 4.5%. It's not 4.5. It's percentage. Fuck. So it's 0.045. 0.035. Yeah, and then 0.045 times 180 divided by 6. Just reset and do this. 2449. I think it's this. I think I see. Then, your portfolio optimization model requires you to lock 90 days borrowing, right? Starting 60 days minimum. However, 2x5 FRA is currently illiquid in the OTC market. Okay. So, 150 days, I borrow funds, but for 60 days, I lend out funds. So it's B. Okay. 1 is B, I'm correct. 2 is A, 3 is A, 4 is B, 5 is C, 6 is A, 7 is C, 8 is B, 9 is C, 10 is B. Okay, I got 2 wrong. I got 4 and 8. Number 4, okay, this is the, I backwards. So yeah. So sell the forward contract. This is arbitrage. If I use my money, I'm still gonna go to buy forward, right? That's it. Okay. I got wait, 2 questions. 4 and 4 and 8. 4 answers B, and if I answer, okay. The wait time. Because of R, because of the definition of arbitrage, I cannot use my money. I cannot use my money. I don't use any. I don't use any. I don't use any money to trade on that transaction. Right. If I want to trade it with my money without the arbitrage, I should just bought the forward long contract, right? Because the F0 is higher. Wait, no. I should bought a short on that because F0 is higher than the price, the fair price of that price. Fuck, I missed a point. Yeah, because the traded is higher than the fair value, then it is overvalued, so we short it. Yeah, I use like a stock analogy. I'm pretty sure that's correct. For example, if you calculate the fair value, it is overpriced. Yes, it is like a stock. It is like a stock, which you won't say you brought the short, you bought a short, because A forward contract has an initial value F0, no money change, and can usually enter a short forward position or sell the forward contract. Speculation is arbitrage. By just entering the short contract because you think it's overpriced, you are making a directional bet. This is speculation. The best case is different. The correct answer is moving doing the short form. Give me a second. Time is up, but I wanna read. I still wanna read. Okay. A quick note. Question 8. By owning the actual index, you limit that tail risk. Actually, I want to answer this first. So let's look at this. So we know the price of the thing is 1250, but the fair value is 1200, right? And so what we do is we sell the contract. We sell the forward contract, right? I don't get why we sell the forward contract. Short forward and buying the underlying index. So I'm thinking right now. Uh, if the market skyrocket to 1400, uh, how did it go? Oh, okay. Okay. Gimana? The process is evolving uh, short forward and buying the underlying index. Can you show me example? Wait, does that make sense? Does the question make sense? I don't think that the question makes sense. Really? So we borrow, take out $100. Wait, sorry. Um, at the 5% risk rate. So we borrow, so we get money with $100, right? With just a 5% interest, right? Buy the asset, immediately use that money, buy, buy the asset or the security, immediately use that $1,000 to buy the underlying index in the spot market. Okay. Sign a contract agreement to sell the index in exactly 1 month. The net worth invested is because we take a loan, we borrow money from the bank. And one later, 20, you must repay the bank at 5%. I owed 10. So for the bank, yeah, I own, I owe, yeah, I owe 1050. You must sell their asset. You must sell the asset you are holding to the forward buyer exactly. Um, I must sell. You must sell the asset you're holding. So okay. So at for bank, 105 because I short. I mean I have to sell at 1000, like 1100. Because I'm short. I'm short. Short forward contract. Okay. The market price skyrocket. Price go 150 because if the price goes to 150, this is here 1500 for this is for the price. What happened is this the bank is gonna be 150 minus 105. I mean it's for $50. But the short I have to sell it at 110. Yeah, because um you would be losing your short if you had only short contract speculation. So this is $100. Yeah, so this is $100. I mean we there is an opportunity cost there, right? Not it does not matter if the index is worth. Oh yeah, because like that means is 150 minus yeah, so it's $400. So the profit is 450 minus 400, so it's $50. Okay. Now this okay makes sense, makes sense. Okay, makes sense. No, no, it doesn't matter if the index worth 150 if you don't have to buy at 50 because you already have it basically in your account. When you pay the loan, you take that 50 in cash and give to the bank. Same calculation. Price down to 500. Okay, this is what happens if the price goes to 500. That means the profit is 500 minus 105. That means is 50. That because I shorted it, then yeah, 110 minus 500. That is equal to 600. So I profit $50. Because you owe the physical asset to future market. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. And the payoff is $50. Okay, I get it. Okay. Ah, pusing. Am I still gone in the screen? Okay. Halfway there, baby. Halfway there. Oh, is this option pricing model? Is this sorry? I know about the European option. I don't know. Ah, I'm playing CS, bro. Fuck the shit. um, and long break. Let's put a timer for 30 minutes. Mm. That was a hard calculation. Oh, that was hard. That was not fun. No, that was fun. We just took some tips this time. The fuck is happening? Ai, velho, puta merda. I can't aim, holy shit. I am my eyes together.
Oh my god. This fucking lightning fucked me in the eyes, bro. So fucking bright. Oh, that's not. Nice. I love getting flashed by lightning. By lightning. The sun. Oh, so nice. Kilobyte per second. Hell yeah. Drop frame at 0. And if you look at my second screen, it's like. Oh, it's like 55 FPS. I just found out. Mm. I want to fucking cut this fucking mustache. Okay, broken. Oh my gosh, I don't. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ah, what the? Oh my god, what's that? Ah, what was it? Ah,
Wi-Fi going to like, oh my god. By the deck, yeah. Ya, kalau put berarti wait, I don't know that. Okay, let's take a break. Udah habis waktunya ini. I didn't hear the sound. Oh, fuck. And the break, bro. Yeah, I'm so tired. How do you make text? Text. Uh, break. Oh, I thought you said breaking. No, break. Break. Okay. My brain is fried. It's not fried. It's there's so much information. It's really. I'm gonna be my best.